a wet, muddy, windy one today, it seems. I've already got a bit of mud stuck to my shoes. But it hasn't been raining so far this morning. It might start too soon. It very much looks like it is threatening to rain. So the plan for today is to go in search of some public footpaths that, at least according to my sources, should exist. I have tried this before and, you know, come upon absolutely nothing and got a bit lost, but what can you do? So hopefully I'll actually find some ways to walk that I haven't been, but you never know. A lot of these paths seem to like fall out of use, or just are so poorly maintained that even if you find them, you have no idea where they're supposed to go. So I'm currently walking down towards Rosanna. Supposedly there is a footpath somewhere that will be on my left side. I have never seen it before, so I'm not particularly hopeful for this first part. So I left the road maybe 10 minutes ago and I have no idea where I'm going. I've just kind of been walking through these woods. There is what looks like some kind of disused, possibly path that I've just stumbled into. There are some fields to my right. You can kind of see the valley through the trees. So this is similar to what happened last time I tried to do something like this, which is that I looked up where some paths supposedly existed and I tried to follow those paths, and what I found was just like footpath signs that went to nowhere. So yeah, I don't know whether this is a path, if the path that I'm supposed to be on even still exists, judging by the lack of public footpath signage. I assume it does not, but I'm gonna see if I can make any progress regardless. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this does not look like a path now that I have reached the end of it. According to my GPS, I should be going somewhere in this direction, I think. Doesn't look like a great chance of that happening. So I did not find where that path was supposed to be. I didn't find a good way out of where I was without climbing over barbed wire, which I don't really want to do. So I've just found this like dirt road, which I think goes back to one of the roads vaguely in the direction that I was going to be going, so I'm going to follow this for a minute. Kind of hoping nobody's around. I don't know if this is private or not, so I got to the end of that road and there were dogs and they started barking at me, and then I met the people that I guess own the place. She was very nice. That definitely wasn't a footpath. I have no idea where I'm going right now, if this is the right way. So I did find a public footpath sign just now, so that suggests that there is a footpath which I should be on. So hopefully I'm going the right way now. I don't know. I don't think it's quite the path I expected to be on. But hey, let's see where I go. So going straight down here, I should end up rejoining what my GPS said was the path. Which was apparently not a path. I did see some deer in the woods back there. Didn't get them on camera because they just bolted. But it's nice to see deer because I don't see them very often. Definitely should have brought some hand wipes or something. My hands keep getting covered in dirt. Wonderful. It has been raining for quite some time now as well. Now walking through the same way. Perhaps you can tell it's a bit windy and rainy now. So I've rejoined what my planned route was supposed to be. So now I just have to find where I'm supposed to go from here. This is the state of it. I think that sign says please use the lane. So maybe I can walk down that way a bit. I can hardly see anything, by the way, because of rain on my glasses. Which I suppose just adds to the excitement. Not sure whether it's right or left. But I don't know, just start walking. Well, I left the field, although I just left out of the gate because that was the exit that was closest. Looks like this is the public footpath sign. Of course I couldn't see that from where I was, so... But then, probably glad to be walking on some solid ground for a minute. Mud, like sand. It's one of those things where it somehow feels like twice as much effort to go half the distance. So here is the next path. Where it goes, I don't know, just walk in a straight line. So I now have a problem, which in my case seems to be the problem, which is I have got water in my shoes. On to the next footpath. It has a sign, which is a good start. This is a footpath. It's not the nicest footpath. To be quite honest right now, I'd really like to go home, get a hot drink and a hot shower. but I don't know, I'll give it a little while more and then see how I feel. A little bit of walking along the roads. Just come to this sign, public footpath to Castle and Dinas. So I guess I'm probably going to call that as the point where I start making my way back. Not really where I intended to go today, but it will do. Has not been the nicest conditions. Quite the atmosphere today with all the fog. Can hardly see anything. Just arriving at Castle and Dinas. So go up to the top of the hill, have a look around. Day to come looking for a view, although that wasn't really my plan for today, but it's turned out to be very wet and stuff, not good conditions, and that's kind of hindered me a bit. Also, you know, trying to find footpaths that don't appear to exist. But anyway, I think I'm going to have to start making my way back now. So, not a whole lot of footage so far today. We'll see what happens on the way back, because I'm not going to be able to go back the way that I came. Now I'm making my way back to St. Wen. From there I'll have to figure out what is the best route to go. I won't be able to go the way that I went this morning, because it turned out that it was like a private lane that I went down, so I have to figure out which way I can go to get back, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Currently in the graveyard at St. Wen. Hopefully this is not foreshadowing. But I need to find out which way I'm going to go from here. So I'm going to take a few minutes to check out the map on my GPS and figure out what my next move is. seems to have cleared up a bit, at least momentarily. It's no longer raining. So I'm going back through the little bit of woods that I came through earlier. Then well, I'm not sure if there was another path through there, because it looked like there was. It was behind a gate, so I didn't know if it was private or something, but I think I'll go that way. Yeah, those deer, they ran out into the trees. I think they were standing over here somewhere and they ran that way. So, another day out, and another day where I have to deal with wet feet. This is like a regular occurrence now. I'm really going to have to sort out waterproof footwear. Bridge looks like it's a bit in a state of disrepair. I don't know if that's safe. It looks like it was gated off, but it's not now. Looks like this is some kind of path. Guess I am assuming I can come this way until given reason to believe otherwise. This is looking less hopeful by the second. Can still see like random footprints though, so presumably there is some kind of route through here. Ugh. Not the most pleasant ground to be walking on. I've come to a gate. Yeah, so that gate was definitely not a viable route. The other end of the field was just barbed wire. There was like a small area where you could have climbed over, but would be very risky to do so. So now I'm just, I guess, continuing down whatever this is. I mean, this is nice, but whether or not what I'm following is going to lead anywhere helpful, I do not know. exactly like what happened last time. I tried to follow a path and I couldn't tell if it was a path or not. So you keep seeing little bits that look like a path, and then it's just like trees and mud and brambles. I actually did successfully make it to where I wanted to go that last time though. It just took like a lot of walking through random stuff. I guess like what I'm doing now. Just trying to find my way back to any kind of actual path. I'm sure those are footprints down there in the mud, which gives me hope that this is not completely wrong, or else it's just somebody else who's looks like a bridge, which I suppose I should have hope. I guess. Oh, this is a footpath, so this must be where I was supposed to come through this morning, but I ended up in the wrong place. Oh god, slippery with the bridge. And very muddy foot. I guess the theory is if I follow this, I should end up back at the road and not have to climb any hedges or barbed wire fences. Back up at the road. Expected a public footpath sign here somewhere. There's one there, but that's the other side of the road for the other direction. Maybe I should follow this one. So as yet, no sign of where this road might end up. Just been walking uphill for a while. Looks like I must be coming to the top though. So not much sign of where this path is supposed to be going. So I stuck to the right side because that seemed to match up with the line that I've got on my GPS. But then we all know how well that worked out this morning. Just I couldn't even find a path this morning, so who knows where I'm going to end up. I don't want to intimidate these sheep because they got little lambs with them. Letting the little lambs go. I don't want to get too close to them. They don't like big ugly creatures like me. So there indeed is a path here. I think I was over there this morning, So wherever this joins up with the road is not well signposted, but since I'll be like joining back up with the road soon, I imagine at least now I'll know where that path is supposed to be, which means I can use it in the future. So wind chime and some chairs and table. This looks far too upmarket to be like public use. So I suppose this must be like a permissive path or something. Oh, is that a dog? Am I going to meet people again? Are they going to tell me this is wrong? So apparently this is the lane that leads back to the road, and this is where I should have come this morning. So there was a guy that came then as well, but again, quite nice people, pointed out where the footpaths should actually be. It's not very well waymarked around here, it seems. Although the guy did say sometimes they have bulls in these fields, so if I do come this way again, something to be aware of. Good to know, I guess. Well, they were not too happy to see me. They did charge, but I just kept calm and didn't look away from them, so they didn't come too close. Just sort of stopped once they got within a certain distance, which is supposed to be how a lot of cattle behave. Anyway, back on the road. So it turned out in the end, the footpath I went after this morning did in fact exist. There was just a lack of signage for it, which is a bit frustrating, but what can you do? So I suppose due to the poor weather and everything, she'll probably just be heading home soon. Don't know if there's much out that I want to see today that I can access from where I am. I feel like today has been almost the polar opposite of last week. Like, it's been terrible weather. It's not been much to see. It's still been an okay day though. It's nice to get outside. See some new things. Honestly, walking through stuff like this is definitely my favourite thing. Starting to clear up a little this afternoon. It hasn't rained for a little while. Just coming to the end of my day out, really. Not too much to talk about. Hasn't been a particularly eventful day, really. I was editing my footage from the other week, and I was speaking a bit about Cornish language in that video. It kind of got me interested in it. I thought Me'efin Council Cenuec ha Me'efin Igon Feathers. Maybe I will. I don't know how good the resources are out there for learning Cornish. With its history, like, it's hard to tell whether the way it's spoken now sounds the way it would have sounded like a few hundred years ago, but I don't know, I think it would be interesting thing to try and pick up now and then, see if I can actually learn something. Anyway, I'm just like walking through the trees for some reason, but I think this is going to be the end of the day, so yeah, shall I end recording here? If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe and that. Next time I will try not to get wet feet.